smoking the gumbo. Few blocks before green, yeah, open the jungle, coconut bundles. It's history in the making. I'm popping like fish to the grease and the bacon. My bitch is Jamaican. United we stand, dividing these bands. They hide in their hands. I'm riding in vans, slide through your land. Hopping the sprinters, tore the underworld, popping the minter. Landed the turtles, I'm popping that splinter. Watching the snowfall, dropping the winter. Dodging the pitfalls, watching this bitch fall. And I still managed like Rich Paul. The paper was calling, I had to go switch calls. I spoke to my twin, I told my young boys I'd never be broken again. Invoking the gins, spitting the spirits, I'm soaking the gin. Your man's in the woods, we smoking on him. Fuck do you mean? We up it and squeeze, tuck it and leave, we leaving a stain. Fuck up for breeze, running the banks, causing a crashing. Feather the feds, Moorish the fashion. Horse was smashing, kicking the door. Waving for force, it was blasting. Mother the gassing, loving the passion. Eat on your food, the brother was fasting. The weapon that formed against me was me. Perfected the storm as Bentley receipts. Washing the Benjis, we rinse and repeat. Century of self, I'm centered on me. Red as the pillar, I'm pushing the piece. Higher the level, I'm pushing the keys. They going for 19. The summer is mine, I'm going for 19. Thunder and lightning, flooded a bright lane. The hunger was biting, biting.
Welcome back like the Mace joint. You feel me? This episode.
Welcome back.
Ooh, I like them vocals. Hey man, welcome to Uplift and Heal Friday. We are your hosts. I go by the name of Sauce God.
I'm PURP30, the energy healer.
Come on, man. We live at the Soft Spot in Atlanta, Georgia, giving you all another episode of this movement. So, 5 represents change, it represents mutability, it represents transformation. And today, or tonight rather, right? I got a call from one of the greats, one of the great thought leaders of our time, one of the greatest activists of our time, one of the greatest poets of our time, who has contributed to this 50 years of hip hop in a multitude of ways. And he hit me today and was like, his favorite rapper is dropping an album and he want to come on Uplift and Heal to do the live review. And if you don't know who I'm talking about none other than the Blue Pillar. 44. How you doing, Blue?
To the family, peace, love, and light. I'm doing amazing. Yeah, man. This is one of those rare moments that somebody such as Nasir, at a propitious time such as this, and I'll set the stage for us so we can appreciate, how the universe is really showing up in balance. The community was perplexed a few days about a conversation, pertaining to Travis Scott and whether his concert got canceled or not. And Kemet, he's scheduled to do a concert on July 28th at the Giza Plateau, signaling his return, and the release of his new album, Utopia. And the report that he was cited by the the Egyptian Academy of Arts and Sciences, an organization that's responsible for green lighting artists to come over there, almost like a cultural exchange. And the report was that they had reneged his offer. They shut his show down and they cited that he had Masonic ties or what have you, and satanic verses and things of that nature. They was attempting to paint him with that brush. And, a viral story went out on the internet saying that the show was canceled, just to find out the Live Nation, Nike, and either McDonald's, I think it was, who are his corporate sponsors, they stepped in and was like, nah, the show's going on. We don't know what y'all talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Um, but the conversation started again online. I even shared a post on my page and it kind of went viral. And people were saying, well, he don't need to be over there because he's a Satanist and
Mm-hmm.
ancestors don't approve of it. You know, people had a lot to say and they were speaking about a different type of magic and people's response, you know what I'm saying, to the idea of what this brand of magic represents. So we were
Mm-hmm.
so perplexed in a whole nother chamber of a conversation about a magic that makes us feel uncomfortable as a people because we don't really know whose side who is who on, you
Right.
know? And in the midst of that all, out of nowhere, uh, a post appears online and it's Nas coming out announcing his upcoming album, which would be Magic 2,
Mm.
releasing in a few days, which that day now has arrived. It's midnight, you know, technically going into Friday, which is the fifth day,
Mm-hmm.
the day of Venus. And this would be his fifth project released uh, with a producer
Hit
that
kid.
finally, yeah,
I mean, not hit
hit
kid.
boy that you know,
Hit boy. Mm-hmm.
that he's able to find his magic with. He's able to find his groove with this particular producer and get in a pocket where he's able to manifest, right? And
Mm-hmm.
give us abundance. Since 2020, this is their fifth project leading into their sixth. And we can say that this is his classic material. And he embodies the spirit of Hip Hop 50 because he's not only spearheading the celebration of it, but he coincidingly is the same age. He's 50 years old as well. And if this is what hip
Mm.
hop sounds like at 50, then he embodies
Mm.
the spirit and the youthful spirit and the snap, the magnetism, the magic that is still in the art form. This is the same person that said hip hop was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we get to see the resurrection of the art through a person who has God's son etched on his belly, not thug life. No disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
And for our heroes and our giants and our gods, we kind of need you to be here with us right now, giving us the the latest living testament of our magic. You feel me? Reminding us what hip hop as a platform really represents. It's magic. It's transformed my life. Has it transformed yours?
Most definitely.
Yes.
Yes, there's an element of magic that exists in this art form that we should cherish. Where the spectrum is so expansive that a Travis can exist at the same time as a Nas. And for the sake of, you know, what hip hop represents and how it speaks to a particular genre and a fan base, he got his fans, right? They should be deserving of what he has to offer. But now we have an offering from our good brother, who they call the little homie Nas. And yeah, it was exciting to me, and I felt that this was the right program to really put it in perspective. You know, album review. We don't really get to do album reviews in this community, but we
Mm-hmm.
say, oh, we want to hear the type of music that represents who we are, how we feel, what we think, how we step, how we live. And I think that, you know, Nas comes pretty close to that. You feel me? Especially as someone who did it on his own terms. It remained authentic to who he was, what his message is, and he's more on the side of, you know what I'm saying, righteousness than he is of ratchetness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, but
Mm-hmm.
he's also a perfect blend because, you know, he still always pays homage to the soil that he emerged from, and that will always be a part of him. You know what I'm saying? Queensbridge. So yeah, with that, man, we could jump right into this and really see what hip hop at 50 sounds like.
Yeah. Hey, let's do it. This album, Magic 2, I had to go back and listen to the first one
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
prior to me,
right.
getting ready to actually do this live because I remember when the first one came out, we was in Milwaukee and
Yeah.
we used to play it every day because it gave us like this feeling of like the big homie. right? The big
Right.
homie actually giving gems,
Mm-hmm.
you know, actually teaching us through the music, actually showing
Right.
us how to empower ourselves through the moves that we make, whether it's through music or whether it's business move or whether it's just being a good brother, you know, to your peers, to, you know, just your environment. And not only that, but doing it in a slick, metaphorical way
Right.
that's
Snapping.
still like New York. You feel me?
Yeah.
What I'm saying? Like it still give you that essence of like Illmatic,
Yes.
Stillmatic, you know, Godson. You know, if
He
I'm really judging the body of work that the first Magic was, I would put it number 5 on my favorite Nas albums. I put it
wow.
number 5. Number 1 would be Illmatic. 2 would be Stillmatic. Number 3 would be what was it? The I Am Joint. Number 4 would be Godson. And then yeah, the Magic or the Hecker, as our ancestors would call it. And it truly is magic. I love what him and Hip Boy have been doing. So I'm just excited. And then it was like magic came out of nowhere, like it's supposed to, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
magic, right?
It, out of nowhere.
Because he had just released both the King's Disease, both of them joints. He had got a Grammy for one of them, and then out of nowhere, he like, I'm dropping again, and
So
every
right.
song rank off. I'm talking about from Speechless to Ugly to
Freight
Wu Tang for Wu for the Children.
food
What
for the
else? That
children.
Wave Guys joint. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm excited.
Right.
So
Yeah. So his ability, like you said, to create a dual wave, you know what I'm saying? He's created
mm-hmm.
two streams of classic bodies of work. Um with one collaboration with somebody that you're able to make magic with. That's also a beautiful testament to collaboration. That's also a beautiful testament to durability. You know, stay in the game. Your run can
Right.
be extensive and you still ain't really found your groove because you ain't really found that combination, that collaboration that can make you seamlessly do magic. He don't sound like he's working.
Mm.
Sound like he's
Right.
doing this in his sleep at this point. Like it's too easy. It's there's no way they can miss because they found a formula. So this is a testament, you know what I'm saying, to the creatives as well, man. Keep looking for that collaborative creative spark that just becomes so seamless
Yes.
that it's
Mm-hmm.
magic. And you could do magic with your eyes closed. So let's get it.
Come on, man. Come on, man. This what you want to say?
That just goes to show that when it's really like coming from a pure place, coming from the alchemy of actually creating, that you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to do too much. Because like
Mm-hmm.
you said, it just was something on the internet, on the Instagram that said it's out. And I think that's how it happened for Magic One, where it's
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah,
out. You
Mm-hmm.
yeah. He
know,
dropped
it ain't no
unexpected.
telling how long he been doing it, or it ain't no whole bunch of press runs and gimmicks and all of that. It's like pure music, pure. That's what magic is. It's
Right,
creation and art.
Mm-hmm.
right. I mean, thank you.
Forget
Thank
all the
you.
gimmicks. I don't
Yeah,
need no press run. I don't need no lead single. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise.
right. And again, that's so dope and refreshing to the creative as well. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's a multi-million-dollar artist with on a major label still, but still no marketing, no
No
single,
marketing.
no radio, straight to the
Mm-hmm.
people, utilizing the internet as a distribution vehicle. If it slap, it's gonna you know what I'm saying, the people gonna carry it. It's gonna become word of
Mm-hmm.
mouth, the best form of marketing. We seen with
Facts.
Sound of Freedom and these other things that are moving, you know, the people is really, you know what I'm saying, who you need, they're gonna carry you.
Right.
So make that music from the heart, make it genuine, know that it's art and it's gonna live somewhere in people's heart, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna carry it, they're gonna speak on it. So
Man, let's get it. Let's get into it. Let's
Yeah.
get into it. All right, y'all. This is Nas Magic 2. All right. His first song.
I am Archbishop Don Matthew, chairman of the board of famous players everywhere. They talking about me, that's why I'm hip hop. When
Less
they
is
talk
more.
about the
Less is
cars,
more.
I got one slick outside. When they talk about the clothes, look at me. When they talk about the bling bling jewelry, I brought this to town. I'm the official, the original Don Dada. I make it official like a referee
He the
with a
original
whistle.
Don
Without
Dada.
me, there would be
Whoever
none.
it is.
I brought it to town when these guys was little baby. I was the #1 Mac in the country. So that's why I'm hip hop, because everything they rap about, I am about that.
Come on, man.
Notion has been.
So we actually found out what Don Dada mean. It's like a level above the Mac. You know what I'm saying? So if you the Don Dada, you the Mac of all Macs. So that was the intro.
Yeah.
Now we get
Don Dada, you the macaroni Tony. You know what I'm saying? You the macaroni Tony. No jabroni can see you. You the only. You feel me? Like you stand on the mountain by yourself. That's the Don Dada.
Hey,
Hey.
shout out to my sister. She used to call me the Don Dada. That's how we even got to look it up. Like, what do they even mean?
So, all right, let's get into it, man. He set the stage. He let you know everything these folks rapping about. I'm that. Second song, Abracadabra.
I feel a lot of hate since I've
only
been creating
right.
a hit. I'm feeling a lot of hate since I've been creating a hit. I gotta say what it is.
Ooh,
It is.
hold on.
It's coming in. Hey. They're gonna try me, they on my body, no Illuminati. No way to describe me, no other word other than godly. I run it back to back to back to back, ain't no one beside me. I'm doing them grimy, yeah. I don't know what got inside me, yeah.
Hold on, folks. Hold on.
Nah, he
Hold on.
rapping
Hold on.
already.
Hold on. Hold
Loading.
on. The flow is
Don't come out.
crazy.
Yeah, man.
The beat stupid. Hit boy showing his ass on this joint. Hold on, we gotta start him from the top, y'all. This Abracadabra by Nas, man. Magic 2.
I feel a lot of hate since I've been creating a hit. I'm feeling a lot of hate since I've been creating a hit. I gotta say what it is. It is. It's coming in. Hey. They're gonna try me, they on my body, no Illuminati. No way to describe me, no other word other than godly. I run it back to back to back to back, ain't no one beside me. I'm doing them grimy, yeah. I don't know what got inside me, yeah. Do-rag energy. I'm on a wave, you niggas cap. Give you the shakes like faces of death tapes. When that lady got hit on the track, I'm seeing black, so I got a black. The magic is black, magic is black. What generation don't listen to Nas, don't listen to rap. Spit on my platinum flats. They probably spit in my grave for real. I split them like Puff and Mace.
Hold on. He telling y'all, man. The niggas don't listen to Nas, they don't listen to rap, my G. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was in the tabloids. 21 Savage was talking what he was talking. It was like the new generation ain't really listening to that.
He said no matter what generation.
Nigga, you don't listen to rap if you don't listen to Nas, my G. Stop playing.
For real, cause I got a budget to waste for real. Hit boy in the drum and the bass. Nobody jump on the stage. RIP trouble, but niggas is acting like they was some trouble today. Let's go. I'ma say what it is. I'm the one taking the risk. Y'all creating the hate, but I be creating with hit. Ain't no way we can miss. Ain't no way we can miss. Ain't no way we can miss. Can't put a grade on my shit. Y'all should be ashamed of y'all list. I put some pain into this. I put my veins, blood, bone, soul. I put my brain into this. Y'all moving brainless.
Bro, you niggas should be ashamed of your list. You should be ashamed. If Nas ain't in your top 5, your list ain't shit. And I said it. All right.
Anything to be famous. I'm a magician. You should listen. It's never the same tricks. 2020 when we did the first one, 5-hour run. Now the cursed one, it's a blessed one. By the time y'all hear this, we be halfway through the next one. Bless us. All the rappers we lost are hoping they rest up. Back to my roots like Questlove. Still avoiding the extras.
Bro, I can't even get through the song. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. He said by the time we hearing this, he'll be halfway through the next one.
That's what I felt. That's why I say ain't no telling how
Come
long
on,
ago.
let's get it.
Be like, here y'all go.
Come
you
on,
go.
man. Come on, man. You spitting.
What will they say today? I came from carrying crates to touring through various states. I'm doing what's never been done to this day. Even the great could be on a plate. Nobody's safe. Abracadabra, so I'm in half and then reattach them. I'm doing magic. Can you escape? I gotta say what it is. I've been the one taking the risk. Y'all creating the hate, but I be creating with hate. Ain't no way we can miss. Ain't no way we can miss. Ain't no way we can miss. Can't put a grade on my shit. They gonna try me, they on my body, no Illuminati. Killing them easy, God, I'm doing this thing as a hobby. I'm running it back to back to back to back, ain't no one beside me. I'm doing them grimy, yeah. I don't know what got inside me, yeah. Yo, yeah. Can you believe this?
Hold on. They came out the gate swinging, y'all. Yo, they came out the gate. Come on, man. They chose violence. He came out and he chose violence. He said, I got something to say, man. He said, the true hip hop got something to say. I let you niggas get off. I let y'all drop y'all albums. You feel me? And I'm coming out doing the dog days because it's hot outside now, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all need some of that Nostradamus for real.
30 summers.
Come on, man. Come on, man. What's the next one we got coming? Oh, this next junk got 50? He got 50 Cent on the song, folks.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
This is a crazy Queensbridge collab. Come on, man.
These joints, you got to play them all the way to the end because he talks spice for the
Okay, all right. Say less. We got to let it run all the way out. Say less. This junk called Office Hours, y'all. Dang. How you think this junk gonna come before we play
Office Hours?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Do you have high expectations for
I
this
don't know
song?
why that just reminded me of the 5 Heartbeats, the red dude in 5 Heartbeats. But my office hours between 9 and 5. I feel like they're gonna say something like that.
Yeah. No reason to stop. That shit just flowing like water. Let it flow. Bruce Lee said, be like, I ain't even thinking. Like water. It just goes. Don't even think about it. Hip hop's back. Escalado over 808s. I'm fading over samples. I go yayo, crack music like the Yates on plugged in. Jump on cables, track bumping like prenatal 70s. I play with Play-Doh. All I see a bunch of Fredos. Godfather, they on payroll, they on go. When I say so, not to kill. Not a halo, they gon' build. Plant tomatoes in the field. Not Ojado, white truck negotiator on the phone. Talking paper, office hours all day though. I'm from the hood that started the yurt. Go and check it, do your research. I started the surge. That big necklace shit. After the 80s, after I killed, I resurrected it. Chest is lit, freezing, I'm polar vortexing it. Now they quiz.
Hey, man, get your history lesson right now, man. He letting you know. I brought all that back. The shit y'all grew up on, that's me. The shit that it transcended to, that's me. Anybody that's out right now that grew up on me, office hours, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing.
Quiz me, I'm not gonna step from the business. A lot of feelings in this game, like I just left the dentist without a number needle. I feed the people because I love the people. 2 series at once, yeah, let's run the sequel. If I really gotta dumb it down for some of y'all, that's that Magic and KD at the same time. This ain't a Dumb and Dumber sequel. Jeff Daniels, Jim Carrey's my mans. But here's the plan, multitasker. I don't need an OG pass, see my trajectory is everlasting. Like Curtis Jackson, hit 105 and did a crazy tirade. I'm surprised that I acted that way. A baby Mac 10 on my yak shit. Carhartt in the cold, don't get confused or used. I'll let the water your soul. Rap what I live, I sleep good, I have no vendettas. We the reason you spell it Y with capital letters. Listen. And for those who want my position, you gotta step inside the time machine, come back with a vengeance. You should go study my analytics. I shout at people on verses that ain't deserve it. When it's turf shit, I stand on business. Shout to the ones to whom I gave passes. Could have been a lot of graves full of caskets. Damn, I'm a good guy. For that, I think I'm blessed more. All these Fredos could have been added to the death score. They'll be second line dancing on St. Charles Street. New Orleans band was jamming, playing a raw beat. They gon' miss him sad. They say they stopped his heartbeat. Like his arteries Claude for feasting on some hard meat.
In the zone, victim, stick 'em, get 'em, book 'em, good you got 'em, glad you took 'em, lacking what's it looking, headshot, drill shit up the pole, peel shit 40 Glock, kill switch run, bitches still hit, rat back 'em, jump 'em, gun butt 'em, lump 'em, he fight back, then slump 'em, this shit ain't about nothing, you saw it, but you ain't seen shit, this is queen shit, no ifs, ands, or buts in between shit, it's 50 nigga, you already know how I give it, I get on my bullshit. Niggas tweaking and gigging. Huh? Southside, nigga. UP, nigga. Yeah. So, what we gonna do? Where Jungle at? What we gonna do? We standing here, we going out. Shit, we should go out. We rich as a motherfucker.
Escovado over 808, some fatal over samples. I go yayo, crack music like the Yates on plugged in. Jump on cables, trap, bumping like prenatal 70s. I play with Play-Doh, all I see a bunch of Fredos. All I see a bunch of Fredos.
Whoa.
All I see a bunch of Fredos. All I see is a bunch of Fredos.
Fredos.
I might put my next album out on G
You know,
Unit.
Fredos,
Let them slap you around out here. You can't let them slap you around out here. It's bad for the family. They put a hand on you, you put two on them. On them. Fucking Fredos. One thing I hate is a fucking Fredo. It's bad for the family.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay, so that felt so New York.
Yeah, that was super.
Oh my God.
Super Queensbridge. That was.
Yeah, I can see them right now. Yeah, Tim's on.
Just in case.
Hexcock, NY.
Yeah.
That boy said I'm the reason they even capitalized NY. He talking some heavy talk right now.
I appreciate that.
Like I love that.
Who might not get the cultural references? Fredo is from the Godfather movies. Fredo was the son that kind of was the weak link that set up the ultimate downfall of the family. That's who Michael Corleone had to take his brother out on a boat and do the honors and knock off his brother Fredo. That was that cultural reference.
Fucking Fredos, man.
Nothing worse than a Fredo.
And then it's so wild how the culture can take these characters and then marvel their names and their careers after someone who was depicted as someone as low as Fredo. For you to take on that, you know you ain't shit.
Yeah.
For you to take on that moniker and that name, that's wild. All right, so what we got next? Magic 2, that's what it's called.
I want to say this about that because I love that, and it definitely was giving New York. But 50 sounds 50 in that.
Yeah, he sounds like classic 50.
Like he sounds like he's 50, like this, like 50
for
years.
real?
I can not like it's a bad thing, but you can tell that like what we were saying about Nas, about how he just put this out, like this what he do, like it's just effortless. 50 would never put out no album without the whole, marketing and all of those things, because like he's a good rapper, but it come with that package. So it's just, you could kind of hear how he probably, he be doing other stuff. And then Nas like, come on, get on this song. And he just sound like he probably ain't really been rapping like that. But it's just like, I can tell like this is really what dude be doing. Like
office, right?
You said what? Blue said again?
Just drop him by the office.
Right? Yeah, just drop Yeah, but it's overall, I feel like it's a good song. I don't feel like they ain't missed yet. They kept it classy, kept it raw, kept it gutter. I love that. It's like they're not even looking at it like Nas 50. That could be a great record. I'm grateful that they didn't go with it like, let's make it a club record. Let's make it a this type of record. They kind of just like went in there and talked their shit. So I love that. This next song is
One Thing Snap Sports.
We ain't paying no commercial with that though. No free promo. Black Magic. It's called Black Magic. Next joint called Black Magic. What you think about this song, Blue? The Office Hours.
Oh yeah, it like both of you said, it was given New York. You know what I'm saying? I think that Nas went crazy in terms of his verbal dexterity on it, and 50 was just, you know, like she said, just right down the middle. Classic with, you know, uh like she said, sounds like an older man who don't got that much breath, but he gonna get his thing off. Like Nas
all
just
we need,
running
all we
up
need
there
is 50.
back, and he's taking his time.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, hold on.
yeah.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna take my time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, Nas is out here rapping like he 19. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Nah, for real, for
Now.
real, for real. You can tell the difference. It's
Yeah.
it's levels. It's levels for sure. But all 50 had to do was not drop the ball. So he ain't dropped the ball.
Not yet.
He
Yeah.
was just fall out. So good song. Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, like you said, they haven't missed yet. I like the momentum. So let's see what they come with after this one.
Let's do it. This young called Black Magic.
I like
that sampling from Memphis.
She having nightmares sleeping next to me, waking up unexpectedly. Maybe somebody hexing me, questioning. Blessings on me, protect me from weaponry. Hoping she gon' have the same success and she don't let them in. I meant to set the alarm, she trimmed all the whips. High speed chase, turned the TV on, I saw that shit. Trim, she saw me bleeding like a true blood was cornered in. And it's crazy that I really woke up and bought them whips. Tapped her on the shoulder, don't believe it. Superstitious thesis, cause I'm amongst the demons. Cross on me, first time I got tatted. These cards I was handed, I'm accessing the damage like the whole jacks if I dance and how I slide out. Super squeaky, always keep my sneakers clean. Back home, late night, iPhone on D&D. Shorty sleeping next to me and it's not even sexually. I think she might be scared, she hope nobody put a hex on me. Black magic undefeated. Black magic undefeated, undefeated, undefeated. Nasty bitch, bad as fuck, don't ever try to play with me. And I got that trade in me to give your ass the vacancy. Never got a wedding ring, the life that she engaged to. Change cars, nightlife, that's what she a slave to. Now it's time to feed her, eat it up like every day. Evil in the atmosphere, let's hit it with the sage. Black magic, voodoo power, cast a spell upon the tricks. Black magic, voodoo power, cast a spell. Walking skyscrapers, walking, yeah. No good deed goes unpunished. It's the bummiest, dumbest life, got bad luck in abundance. Look how happy these lanes be whenever lies get slung at the guy. Why they so angry like they wishing they could just run with anything when it come to now, the desperation it shows. Devil is inside of you, black smoke, black magic on your back is riding you. If I was you, I would watch who I give my power to. I don't make no coward moves, my solutions, fuck ton of positive is what I'm producing. Thought patterns convoluted, your witchcraft won't do nothing. My Jesus piece is too flooded. Rosemary's, rose Cubans, world addicted to black music. Black culture, that's black magic. It's way more than fat asses who chain bigger, who caught the fastest. New contracts, I autograph it. New haters, that's automatic. They ain't see this coming, they got hit with the new wave. Evil in the atmosphere, let's hit it with the sage. God in heaven, please protect the G's. Protect my ladies out there and the children.
Ooh,
I love that.
that joint was
Yeah.
hard. I gotta find
Yeah.
out what Memphis artist he sampled on that, because
Yeah.
that was just crazy. That
So,
was crazy. I love
right.
how you brought it full circle.
Yeah, that
What you finna say, Blue?
crux of, you know, the conversation that I was saying, that the conversation around magic becomes so convoluted in hip hop because there's levels and there's spectrums to it. So in our community, when we hear black magic, we like, oh, you know, hexes and somebody threw something on me. And then there's a backdoor part of it that deals with Satanism and, you know, animal and human sacrifice and, you know, the deepest crevices of the occult. And then there's, you know, a more subtle form of it altogether. And then, like he said, and then the fact that hip hop is a global art form that pretty much controls the minds of the planet. That's black magic, you know.
Exactly.
This is a the export of what's called black diamonds, which is the entertainment sector of our culture. You know, what we represent and what we produce. You know, the fact that we have the planet captivated by our entertainers. You know what I'm saying? It terraforms their minds. It changes their culture. You know what I'm saying? It is it's magic. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's what we do. We have people under our spell. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And rapping is spell casting.
That's a
Um,
fact.
the incantation factor, especially when they're doing triples and things of that nature. You know,
Yeah,
doubles
the
and triple entendres, triple flows, and you know, he's been
Mhm.
exploring that in his raps. You know, as you
mm-hmm.
hear more and more his triple flow, he really wants to nail that. That's not even his vein. He's just been trying it out as of lately. So I think that, yeah,
Nah,
you
nah.
know, to name the album that and for it to drop at a time that it did drop, with the conversation being what it is, and him coming with the angles that he come with, yeah, it's just it's magic. It's dope.
Mhm.
Yeah, and also just, divine time, and like you were just saying, with dropping it, with this being cancer season, and cancers being some of the greatest magicians that I personally know. Being able to use the power of divination, incantations, enchantment, you know, uh, to intuit one's life. So magic, that third eye, you know, cancer season, Nas Magic 2, the number 2, what that embodies as far as the feminine essence of it, it's just all encompassing right now. Like, the math is mathing. And also, if we talking Nas, right, we got to talk storytelling, because that's one of his greatest forms of expression. And that first verse, he actually took us on a magical ride, right? And when I think great storytellers, I'm trying to think, where does Nas rank for me? He got to be top 3. Cause I rock with Biggie, and I rock with what's my boy, Ice Cube.
Mhm.
Ice Cube's a great storyteller. I remember they was having that debate on Drink Champs about who's the better storyteller, Biggie or uh Ice Cube. And who do you think, Biggie or
I
Ice Cube?
I would go with Ice Cube.
And Ice Cube or Nas?
Nas.
Mm, what about you, Blue? Put them three in order.
Yes, I cannot do that out of respect. No, it's very difficult to weigh them, um, because they kind of represent two very distinct paradigms that wouldn't exist without one another in the weirdest of ways. Like, once again, like I said, the ability for words to terraform, for you not only to tell a story, but people to live inside of your story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Ice Cube wrote such a compelling story that he terraformed the world, the culture, and people would, like, somebody was telling us, oh, DOC, he's like, yeah, when I left Dallas to go to LA, Dallas had one fashion. They was on one thing. When I came
Mm-hmm.
back from LA, went to Dallas, everybody wore white shirts, Dickies, and it was gang banging. You know,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
that happened from Ice Cube's pen, the the
Mm.
the swag that he gave to Easy E, and the way that he told his old stories. He put together a group that galvanized a wave that terraformed society forever. But then Biggie came and did the same thing. He did it in a shorter amount of time with a shorter discography, but we still live inside of Biggie's dream.
Mm.
With the
Mm-hmm.
in terms of the materialism, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The remember he brought about a whole different dynamic, you know what I'm saying, when he came through, and that wave is still waving.
Mhm.
Whereas
Right.
now, you know, Nas exists somewhere in between, still attempting to find his identity. Those would be like the body, and he's more of the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel that.
I do
yeah,
too.
Yeah,
I feel
I
that,
feel that.
especially with this work, and like you were saying, at this time for him to come out with that, because when I heard the name Black Magic, this last song, I was thinking like, what? It just took me to like, what type of magic does Nas do?
Right.
Like, what do he be doing for real? But this is a form of magic, just writing and creating music that
yeah.
transcends
Yeah,
time.
him existing for the amount of time that he's existed consistently to sound the way that he does on an album this late in the game in his career, that's a form of magic for him to
That's
survive
magic.
all of the attempts. You know, in the midst of materialism, he never sold his soul. He never compromised necessarily who and what he was in terms of he had a struggle with whether he was going to represent spirituality or materialism, and he became a hybrid. And Jay-Z
Right.
did too. Jay-Z did, he became a hybrid with material leaning more, spiritual on the back end, and is trying to balance.
JC said he brolic, man. What you trying to keep knowledge?
Right.
What you trying to keep knowledge, Nas? He was
And
trying to wow on him, man.
he was
Why they
wilding on,
making the conscious
but
nigga the butt of the jokes, man?
That part,
that
and just
was
to come out during that
yeah.
time when they doing that and kind of make it
But
that is a tactic in magic
I
to
was
kind of
about to
combat
say that
something
that
like
was a
that.
divisive tactic in magic. It's
Mm-hmm.
called the disarming technique.
Mm-hmm.
So he made Nas put consciousness down so he could pick it up. That's all that was about. What you trying to knowledge? He wanted to kick the knowledge,
Right, right.
but still be, you know what I'm saying, at the top of the mountain in terms of materialism. But he always wanted to be a street disciple. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
wants that coveted spot to live in the minds of the people. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, Big and Cube had a physical effect on our society. You know,
Right. And Nas had more of a
spiritual
spiritual effect. And I feel
in terms of let me say
because
those that still held like people that still held on to their lessons 50 years later, people that still held on to whatever they standing on in terms of a spiritual foundation. Nas gave the impetus for us to do that and to remain true to your natural form. He still rocked the same motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Fade with the half moon when he need to, like, he reminds us of that standard. You know what I'm saying?
so I got a question for you, Blue, because you grew up around the time of Nas's come up, right? So how was it when Nas first came on the scene, spitting the way he was spitting at
It
that
was
young age, and how did it affect you your first time hearing it? And do
it,
you remember when that was?
I absolutely remember. I probably remember the day. It was paradigm shifting for me once again because I was such a advocate. I was such a fan. I was such a consumer of Video Music Box. I didn't miss
Mm.
anything. So the very first time I saw him was live at the barbecue and Street Disciple.
What you seen him live at the barbecue when he brought that Streets Disciple, my little
Yeah,
disciple? Watch, you was there?
all right. No, I'm saying the video.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jeez
they
Louise.
dropped the
Okay,
video
the video.
on Video Music Box, and
Mm-hmm.
that was my introduction. Street Disciple, my raps are trifle. I shoot slugs with my range just like a rifle.
Just like a
Hey,
rifle.
the microphone lit. Pretty assassin on pretty tone shit. Rebel assassin. My I see when I was 12. When 12 something. Jesus, that was
I
it.
went to hell for snuffing Jesus.
That was it. So you got to understand. I'm going through my I'm attempting to find my identity in terms of what sort of culture rebel I'm gonna be, because I bucked the program from day one, because I had the benefit of not being raised that way, indoctrinated into any system or religion. My
Mm-hmm.
parents gave me free reign to make my own mind up. So I'm looking to be rebellious, right? So I come into contact with the lessons. We being told by 5%ers we God, but I'm seeing them say 5%ers is the drug kingpins. I'm trying to figure this shit out. I'm like, what's going on? It's righteous, but you know what I'm saying? These are the stick up kids, and then out of the midst of all of that comes
And
someone like
hold
us.
on. What do you have to? Because we gotta dive a little deeper, right?
Yeah.
Because as I'm watching Wu-Tang forever. I'm watching the, the story, the series on
Yeah.
Hulu. I
Yes.
see that, they had knowledge of self, but niggas was still like you said, that was like it was still like a stick-up kid. Like people were still living within that realm.
Yes.
So like with
And
Nas, you
yeah,
saying Nas is more of someone who was speaking on the perspective of it, but he was more so somebody who was just he the rapper trying to make it out. But I seen within the Wu dynamic was like they was still in the streets, like this is what they doing on the day-to-day basis. Like
yeah. So
so like
and
did
that was
this change the street?
I'm
Okay.
listening to the question,
My
please.
yeah, my question is, did this with Nas coming on the scene, did this make people more consciously aware to not only speak the knowledge, but be able to alchemize what they're doing to be of a high vibration? Or was it just now this pocket exists as
That's
well, but
that's
it's
that's
still
such a,
the Willies, it's still the stick-up kids?
such a genius question, and I love the way that you framed it because you allow me to go back in a time machine. Nas gave people the free license to deal with information and not be under the indoctrination of a system, even the
Mm,
nature of gods and earth. He said, um, your God, I don't believe gods and none of that shit. Your facts are backwards. Nas is a rebel from
mm,
the free corner, right? He wore a
mhm,
cross, was into Christianity based on a relationship that he had with his mother. So he never put down a concept of Christ, but he dealt with the lessons. So he was a
mm,
hybrid MC. And I learned this because I, as an avid fan, I read every single thing I could get my hands on about him because I wanted to know what was his thought process and what was his spiritual, and what was his spiritual leanings, because you didn't hear too much about it in the music. You heard the concepts, you heard it
mhm.
dealing with it, but he never really told you what he thought. Like,
Right.
yeah, I'm this. I got this from him because I became a journalist to get the answers that I needed, and I ultimately caught up to him 20 years ago. It was in 2003. I did my Nas interview. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, it was in
Wow.
November because it was the same month. Jam Master Jay died October 30th. I I covered that, and we went to his funeral. I met Chuck D. I interviewed Chuck D in that article. Then I interviewed Romeo Santana from Moesha, and he was
Mm.
coming out with a rap career, and he died. Merlin Santana, who played Romeo in Moesha
Mhm,
from
mhm,
Steve Harvey show. Yeah, Steve Harvey show. He was becoming a rap on his Tupac shit. I
Yeah.
interviewed for that episode, for that article, but then he died. So I'm like, damn, who goes on the cover? Then I interviewed Nas, and it was a 3-hour interview. And I'm like, damn, yo. So we had to do a double cover and put Nas on the front and Chuck D on the back.
mm. Now I gotta tap into that
I'm gonna
that
get you.
interview.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was my illest. And I became a
Mm,
for that very reason, to ask this man questions that I always wanted answered that no journalist ever asked. He's
Mm-hmm.
really
right.
the reason why I got into journalism. And
Mm,
I know as a journalist, I opened the door, and, started a lot of things that, what I'm saying, have ultimately mushroomed and progressed into ultimately where we're sitting at and speaking right now. So
Yeah.
mhm,
it's
mhm,
that big of a deal. You feel me? And again, when I was going through my developmental psychology as a teen going into those years that I make decisions in life. And yes, I was getting a lot of my spiritual cues and signals from music because those
mm,
were the big homies and these was the places the conversations was most taking place rather than me being on the block. Cause like you said, it was confusing. I'm like,
mhm,
I'm getting light from these people, but they the darkest people in the neighborhood. And it
mm.
explaining to me, you know what I'm saying, the need and necessity. Yeah, God gotta control his entire terrain. So if there's poison being sold, nigga, I'm gonna be the one selling it.
Wow.
Wow.
And nobody
Wow.
questions God does what God do. But you know what I'm saying, God controls the spectrum of darkness and light. And I was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? No questions asked, but I'm gonna just choose to be over here doing part of the docking part, yeah, with the light. You know what I'm saying? Because the dark shit was crazy. But yeah,
Yeah, I can
dichotomy,
imagine.
the Wu-Tang, they never really shook. They never got out of that the shadow of the darkness. Just because of how magnetic New York culture was, and it was so connected to the street that if you wanted to talk about money, you had to be inside of the game. And then hip hop's fascination with the mafioso culture, um, the fact that Wu Tang came from Staten Island. When Ray and Ghost went Wu Gambino, that it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they had
Okay, cool, man.
so yeah, the knowledge took the back seat to it, and they attempted to play Wu Gambino, but then they got outpaced in the New York market because Puffy and them came with the bigger budget, and then so the battle was between Big, Nas, and Wu, and because Nas played more of a supportive role with Wu-Tang, he lost his footing, and then trying to take all of their heads off because they got together and they sneak dissed them about the album cover.
Yeah, I heard about
Oh,
that
like
when
that,
Biggie
yeah,
when
big,
Biggie had the baby on the album cover. It was
yeah,
like they was jacking Nas Illmatic, and Nas kind of ran with it, even
yeah.
though he
So
didn't tell. He said that he didn't tell Ghost or Ray. It was one of them to say it, but he was kind of rocking with it anyway. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. So Big turn on them because of that, and that your reign on the top was short like leprechauns. As I cross so
Swing on so-called willies and Rapadons.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that it was an
He said, Nas said, you don't know about my Biggie wars. Who you think kicking the door was for? But that's my heart.
so that album is when I did the
Yeah,
interview with him for Godson. Actually,
yeah.
as the legend goes, for the people that were there that will confirm this, he had one song to go during our interview. I interviewed him at Electric Lady Studio, which is Jimi Hendrix studio that he built in the Village in New York. And he had one song to go on that album, and that was Carried Across from Eminem. Eminem gave him the beat. He was there to record that song, and elements of our interview went into the song. You know what I'm saying? That's how much the interview led into that song. And he told me the whole story during that interview about, you know what I mean, his beef with Big and how he was gonna write about it. So I think that was the
Wow.
God album that I called him for this interview. And funny enough, '03 was the same year that I interviewed Kanye. Now Kanye told me he may take over because in his clique, they hated Nas for that Jesus lyric, and he always wanted to get him back. So Takeover was his way of getting Nas back for the I went to hell for snuffing Jesus when I was 12. Facts.
And with that said,
Yeah.
this
With that
next song is called Motion, y'all. This Motion off the Nas
shit.
Magic album. Let's get into it.
Test. Yeah. I might spend a week. Yo. I might spend a week at the Magic Castle. Presidential suite made of brass and alabaster. You could cast a spell, just backfires, they satire. My geysers and I just watch it from high rises. Weird luck, cause when we fail, we only fail up. I tear up every time I see a mail truck. Know that check coming 500 a piece smoothly. And yo, that shit behooves me. They need to bring back beheadings. Guillotines for guys get whacked like medieval times. They not ready. When we touch, leave everything deady. For trying to stop us, you can't. Like my man said, we have emotion. We have emotion. We have emotion. And y'all ain't having no motion. No motion. No motion. Near here, we have emotion. Have emotion. Have emotion. And y'all ain't
I can't lie. His age showing on this joint.
I like it.
You like it? I ain't gonna lie. This joint
It
a little
definitely shows his
cheesy.
age,
It's a
but I
little
can
cheesy.
see
It's a little
I
cheesy
can
for
see
me.
my uncles really loving that.
That's like
Like for real, I can see them really loving that.
Man, listen, y'all. To be honest, all of these other songs that we played were sonically pleasing, and they could exist on all dimensions. It's like the young people can listen to it, the older people can listen to it, middle-aged people can listen to it, people that's not even really fans of music can listen to it. But I'm telling you, this song in itself, it ain't. Listen, this song
It's
in
for the
itself,
uncles. It's for Unc now.
it's for Unc because like we don't. It's like you using a cool word to make a relevant song. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's a different swag and drip to motion. It just is. I'm just being honest.
They loving it in the comments. They
Hey
said,
man,
let
y'all
it
like
rock. Play it from the top.
let me play it from the top. Y'all don't like my take on it. That's fine. That's my take though, and I'm sticking with it.
Test. Yeah. I might spend a week. Yo, I might spend a week at the Magic Castle. Presidential suite made of brass and alabaster. You could cast a spell, just backfires, they satire. My geysers and I just watch it from high rises. Weird luck, cause when we fail, we only fail up. I tear up every time I see a mail truck. Know that check coming, 500 a piece smoothly. And yo, that shit behooves me. They need to bring back beheadings. Guillotines for guys get whacked like medieval times. They not ready. When we touch, leave everything deady. For trying to stop us, you can't. Like my man said, we have emotion. We have emotion. We have emotion. And y'all ain't having no motion. No motion. No motion. Near here, we have emotion. Have emotion. Have emotion. And y'all ain't having no motion. It's all over. Like when the show ends. Best friends chill by the pool, lay belly dancing, lamping, throwback sweatsuits from Grambling, Maybach trucks breaking bad
Cold
like
flow
Bryan
out here.
Cranston,
I like
black
this
and
flow.
white night dunks, them clean pandas. Duck the ashes in the ocean, get the sharks high. All black yacht, we made it from the hard times. And in the era, Rivieras is my backdrop. Hacienda interchangeable, mad spots rolling dice. Shirts like Miami Vice, the women they wear to sit there seduced with embroidered ice. The flesh a vessel, I'm not obsessed with death. I manifest what's best, I'm ghetto tested blessed. I'm having motion like an 18-wheeler out on a turnpike. My worst night, a motion picture, Fox searchlight, 3-wheel motion. West Coast shit, nigga overdoses, imperial pistols, ferocious, explosive. East Coast shit, motion like Flavor that I ain't no joke fit. And I ain't gotta say a word cause they know I see Anchorage out in Turks and Caicos. Maybe they too angry, that's why they don't got motion. We have emotion, we have emotion. And y'all ain't having no motion. No motion, no motion. Near here, we have emotion. Have emotion, have emotion. And y'all ain't having no motion. It's all over, like when the show ends. Best friends chill by the pool, lay belly dancing, lamping, throwback sweatsuits from Grambling. Maybach trucks breaking bad like Bryan Cranston, black and white night dunks from clean pandas.
All right, so Pete, the beat was hard. The flow was cool. He had moments where I love the bridge where he took on the Slick Rick flow. That was hard. The chorus is trash. And I guarantee y'all, let's give it 2 weeks. And when we go back and we check the views and we check what songs people are checking for, I guarantee you, I don't care what you want. Bro, this is what be happening. This is what happens with music, right? Because we're so excited for an artist to drop, right? When it comes out, we be like, greatest album of all time. We be like, Nas, he can't miss. I'm a realist. I didn't literally bought every Nas album that ever came out. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, that chorus right there, is trash, my G. It sounds like you're trying to fit in. The chorus does. The lyrics on the verses, hard. The bridge, that's you. That slick Rick flow, you vintage like that. You feel me? The beat from Hit Kid, cool. I'd rather listen to Red something. I'm not bumping it. I'm sorry, I'm not bumping it. Well, what about you?
I like it. Like
Okay.
I said,
So you gonna bump it again?
I would. I
Okay.
definitely would because of the
Motion.
the motion. That
Motion.
was. It's not the most like
motion.
It's not the hippest thing.
It's not
but
hip.
it's smooth and it goes with the beat. Like it goes with the flow of the and it's nice.
The bridge is better than the chorus. I swear to God, the bridge is harder than the chorus.
With the song go.
Now that's hard, but motion.
And watching that be the one that everybody listens to.
I'm telling y'all, we can bet whatever. Blue, what you got to say about the song before we go to the next one?
I wanna hear it in the drop top while I'm cruising to see if it has, you know what I'm saying, if it translates in a different environment.
Right. You got to give it the car test.
When I first heard it, I had that same feeling that you just said. I'm like, he always got one where he attempts to use, you know, the jargon of the day or the moment and tries to fit it in. He pulled, you know, when he did the ice, the thing with 5-year earlier, then he did Wave Guard. You know, with this, it's like, you know, it's a term I wish he would have maybe, you know what I'm saying, incorporated it in a way that he could have really stepped on it. But the beat is crazy.
Beat crazy.
And yeah, you know, the bars is you know what I'm saying, they're enough to hold it up. If it moves in unison, if I'm blowing down the highway and I'm able to relate to the motion part of it because I got somewhere to go and I'm like, I got motion. Sometimes as themes, you know, they're fillers, but they work as themes in different environments.
Okay.
Like it's certain songs that only work in the gym that I won't listen to outside of the gym.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely a gym one. It seems like that's a gym one.
Yeah, like a gym joint for sure. I can definitely hear it in the
motion. Motion. The set.
Remember, have it motion. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Get your lifetime memberships with motion. You should do like a press run with it. Let me see.
For the gym.
For the gym. All right. What's this next one called? This motion too? No, this is motion. Let me go to the next one. The next one is, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Bokeem Woodbine. Who is that?
Yeah,
that's somebody you know?
He's an actor. He played in Jason's Lyrics.
The Evil Dave.
Oh, okay. Are the light skinned dude?
No, I think
it's the evil Dave Chappelle. He looked like Dave Chappelle. But he was in
the one that only we remember his face. He the same character.
He was that character.
I gotta look him up. Hold on, I gotta look him up.
Yeah,
put him up. Same character in every movie.
Oh, him. Yeah. Oh God, he classic. Okay, cool. Say less.
Yeah.
Say less. Yeah, he's pretty smooth. I like him. All right, let's see. Hopefully this one he doing some storytelling in. Let's see.
2 1 2. I know some goofies that want to scout me, ouch. Wipe out my accounts, leave me needing mouth to mouth. But that just aroused my style. Then I party like I'm Tony in the South Beach house. Bars hitting like I'm still living couch to couch. Motivation for the trappers living ounce to ounce. This is rock star status, Neil Young with a bounce. I know that make you uncomfortable and make you...
I just want to give y'all some rap production and music making 101. This song right here already is better than the last song. You want to know why? Because it doesn't sound forced. He's like naturally just finding himself within the beat. It's wild. I love it. Let's go back.
2 1 2. Yeah, ouch. I know some goofies that wanna scout me, ouch. Wipe out my accounts, leave me needing mouth to mouth. But that just aroused my style. Then I party like I'm Tony in the South Beach house. Bars hitting like I'm still living couch to couch. Motivation for the trappers living ounce to ounce. This is rock star status, Neil Young with a bounce. I know that make you uncomfortable and make you say ouch. Snub nose like the Columbos and Bananos. Rum in the cup holder, hitting bumps and spill on the sandals and car panels. I drew attention with artistic vision. Make an incision like Alonzo did to Joshua and Jason's lyric. I think I caught the Holy Spirit. I put my soul in lyrics. Closed casket and we know who did it. ESCO, I'm in the pole position. Yo, she chose us pimp and put the pain inside the music cause I know they listen. Remember I sat on Coogee rap couch, Draco Eater, we could have blacked out. He pulled the track out, thinking about what the rap out. Snapping like Krishan and Blueface, trading bars with the guards to the end.
Now that's how you fuse relevant terms and news with bars, my nigga.
Facts.
That man said this shit slapping like Krishan and Blueface.
Body that.
He snapped. That's how you do that.
I know that's painful, like playing hoops and sprain your ankles, or getting robbed for your Jesus. Your girl ain't stay true. That shit'll hurt you like a K-do. Being crossed by your homie while he ain't the same dude. I'm bent off good wine, like Bokeem Woodbine. Home reading the script, lighting up from a good line. Not no cocaine, this that crack though. She asked for my passcode, she got what she asked for. I know some goofies that wanna scout me, ouch. Wipe out my accounts, leave me needing mouth to mouth. But that just aroused my style. Then I party like I'm Tony in the South Beach house. Bars hitting like I'm still living couch to couch. Motivation for the trappers living ounce to ounce. This is rock star status, Neil Young with a bounce. I know that make you uncomfortable and make you say ouch, ouch. My viewers, they only do it for views. Knife in my back and I wear the wounds. Ouch. Like razor blades and lemon juice. Ouch. I know it's hurting them how I move. Fuck up to the gear to figure. Jump and sound over so. Fuck up to the gear to figure. You a sniper, she a sniper. Ouch. That's a painful situation. Ouch. You know when they say jokes, but it be real. Ouch. You might take it like they hate. Pain pills can't even help you. Don't even matter if you're sedated. And you be swearing you that boy. Then why shorty got you waiting? Ouch. 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 Yeah. Ouch. Shit, feel good. It feel good. Shit feel good, bro.
Yeah, you can tell when somebody comfortable on the song. You feel me? Like he made it his own. Like I love the beat. I love his flow. It's more laid back. He sound like he got more control over his voice, and he snapping. Like the metaphors was crazy in that one.
I liked it. Honestly, I was feeling the last one a little bit more than that.
I ain't gonna lie. That joint, one of the better ones on this joint.
I like it. It ain't bad, but I like just personally, I would list out. First off, I gotta know why is it named this. I didn't hear that, so I gotta listen to it a couple times to get the story.
He was saying he Bokeem Woodwine. He said he smoking, living his life after reading over some lines. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
he was just
catch it.
He was just styling on this joint, and that's one of the lines that came.
He
that stood out, and he's like, yeah, that's the name of the joint. I can tell he was like,
okay.
He was like, okay, Bokeem Woodwine. You know what I'm saying? For sure, for real. That's a Scream single. Yeah, that's a joint. I like that one. That joint hard. That joint hard. Okay, what we got next?
When you're out shooting.
Irvin Magic Johnson. All right. I ain't gonna lie. Magic Johnson has to be the number one most used rapper. I mean, most used rap lyric of all time. Everybody's sick like Magic Johnson. Let's see how you flipped it.
my Irvin Magic Johnson, I'm enterprising. I keep it ghetto like the hood before they gentrified it. I might burn this bitch down, left eye Andre rising.
See, he came with a whole nother angle. I really love it. The boy said he enterprising. Come on, man. Let's go. I might wake up and buy me a baseball team tomorrow. Listening to this Nas Irvin Magic Johnson. Let's get it.
On my Irvin Magic Johnson, I'm enterprising. I keep it ghetto like the hood before they gentrified it. I might burn this bitch down, left eye Andre rising. I can't trust you built for Cuban links unless we tied in. Shout to Ray and Ghost. Can it be all so simple? One of my favorite quotes from 42nd Street. Days of Pips wearing suede loafs. That McDonald's is still there where we had to trade blows. Then I stood on stages. Australia on occasion. Country club, House of Blues, stadium status. Hands waving. Hip Hop 50 celebration. Funny we the same age and we just keep on getting iller. Word to heavy, word to dilla. Word to have, word to dealer, Milk D. I'm top billing, cooked and sold, grandma skillet, and they rearrange my quotes, trying to make me out the villain. Have you jammed up like what you spread on toast? Here's a dose of that interesting poetry. Others wishing they wrote. We don't smell y'all smoke, y'all should try a different approach. Word to have, word to dealer, overweight. Pockets for my niggas till the scales tipping. Get it? On my Irvin Magic Johnson, I'm enterprising. I keep it ghetto like the hood before they gentrified it. I might burn this bitch down, left eye Andre rising. I can't trust you built for Cuban links unless we tied in. I can't trust you built for Cuban links unless we tied in. I can't trust you built for none of this unless we tied in. Family ties, squad ties, money ties, suit and ties, shoes tied, ready to ride, choose a side. Thought I told you on the time that we was surfing. And you know I'm down for my niggas free C murder. Fuck the chat, you know that I'm about my mathematics. When you run up mad numbers, yeah, that's when they get the maddest. Acrobatics with the alphabets, I gave our paddocks. And I gave our rollies and new ranges to the baddest. Plus, I wear the scars from the streets, stuck in the mark of the beast. I know some brothers doing like they say, not talking for me. My brother Will, for real, he used to thug the thugs. I'm throwing George Washingtons, cause we them ones. Word to have, word to dealer, rest up. $500,000 on an island, all alone, I still ball. Me and Wilson put a 40 on the board at the forum like a Magic and Kareem on the floor. Pat Rowley on the bench, calling plays, I just score.
Yeah, it ain't bad.
Calling plays, we just score. Word to have, word to dealer, Milk D. I'm top billing, cooked and sold, grandma skillet, get it? On my Irvin Magic Johnson, I'm enterprising. I keep it ghetto like the hood before they gentrified it. I might burn this bitch down, left by Andre rising. I can't trust you built for Cuban links unless we tied it. I can't trust you built for Cuban links unless we tied it. I can't trust you built for none of this unless we tied it.
All right, Blue, we got to hear your take on the last two songs. What you got for us?
On this one, you know, it was cool. It wasn't my favorite. You feel me? Like you said, I do appreciate that he flipped Magic Johnson in a different vein, and you know what I'm saying, and go the same route that everybody else would. And on the one before, yeah, I'm also lean towards the Bokeem Woodbine piece. Like she said, I kind of get the reference. He made a Jason Lyric reference, and that kind of might be where he was going with that particular, you know, naming the song that. I liked it. It was cool. I like both of these. It was cool. Both of them is not my favorite songs on the album, but it's cool. I need to hear the rest of the body of the work to see how they fit. You know what I mean?
Right. So what has been your favorite song so far?
Maybe the Black Magic.
Yeah, for me it's Black Magic and Abracadabra.
Black Magic, yeah, those two.
What about you?
I like Black Magic and I like Motion. I really like that one.
Hey, different strokes for different folks. Let's see.
That's the beauty of an album.
Right.
I can definitely see that one, running that one back a couple times.
All right, slow it down. This junk out, slow it down. Well, hold on. This junk out, what this all really means. All right. What does this all really mean, Nas? I like the title.
I finally see. I finally see what it all mean. Yeah. The feeling of the first time seeing your name on the flyer, it just was yesterday. Picture that on the day you retire. And they still shocked and amazed I made it up higher. Cause I came up with them hot hands that played with the fire. Product of the 80s, Prada Milan store for the lady. I'm a carnivore, constantly come with concepts to pay me. I'm responsible for their most cockiest behavior. My DNA and they G'd up ways, and they surveying. I showed them my scrotum is golden. Rap game stomach was swollen. I left these bastards on your doorsteps. Behold them, ideas come and go away, but I already thought them. So years later, they still knew when I go record them. I done hooked up with a beast, never stingy with the beast. Experimental accident records wind up killing the streets. Black and proud shirts, white Jesus pieces on Cuban links. Silver wall chick, yo, she black and white on Egyptian sheets. And I can see the jealousy. I think they really scared of me. Do what I do and let it be. And that's the way I always been since I was 17. I finally see what this all really means. Did a double album when rap double albums was starting. They bootlegged I Am, my album I put my heart in. Nipsey met me to do a doc about it before he departed. He talked to Stout about it too, cause he was part of that project. Yeah, back then we charted with the CDs and tapes. And I still come out to feel you.
Hold on. What?
Put my heart in. Nipsey met me to do a doc.
Oh, you talking about this story about him and Nipsey. I'm trying to catch you.
I finally see what this all really means. Did a double album when rap double albums was starting. They bootlegged I Am, my album I put my heart in. Nipsey met me to do a doc about it before he departed. He talked to Stout about it too, cause he was part of that project. Yeah, back then we charted with the CDs and tapes. And I still come out to feel you either scrape or get scraped. You either in and out, you rolling or you just in the way. What this all really means, I had to reload the Drake. 80 years old, I'm still gonna have a chain a kilo it weigh. Speedos on the beach, my belly out when I landed Capri. Wearing black on designer, math on my mind. Okay, it's a while before I get there, almost past 49. I be on the block easy with a glass full of wine. Red chrome heart lenses to see I'm in my third prime. The Q, U, double E and S. Y'all gon' need some EMS when we drop this, and that's a bet. The feeling of the first time seeing your name on the flyer, it just was yesterday. Picture that on the day you retire. And they still shocked and amazed I made it up higher. Cause I came up with them hot heads that played with the fire. It's facts. And I can see the jealousy. I think they really scared of me. Do what I do and let it be. And that's the way I always been since I was 17. I finally see what this all really means. It's everything. From the hard times, I finally know what this all really means. The bad times, Anthony Chalet, we got a team. The better times, all mixed in between. Sunshine and rain. Yeah. Yeah. Tough people last, tough times don't. Yeah. Tough people last, tough times don't.
Okay. That was cool. I like it.
Yeah, I like how he did paint the mental pictures. That was a nice little story time.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, I really like it. It was really in the vein, you know what I'm saying? I liked how he kept it in the pocket. It was in the vein. I appreciated that joint.
It ain't really a standout song though, but it ain't a bad song.
Yeah, it's not a bad. It's solid. It holds up.
It's solid. It holds up. All right, what we got?
It felt like a Tupac. It felt like a Tupac song towards the end. I'm trying to. It was a Tupac song that it reminds me of when it on going outro when he started speaking. But yeah, that's dope that he could capture that moment.
Yeah, I wonder if that documentary ever gonna come out that Nas did on him. I mean that Nipsey did on him for the I Am album.
So
Cause that was like when folks felt like Nas went pop on them.
yeah,
So
that was Nas' moment when, you know, the industry kind of tried to say that he fell off because they split the up to I Am and then Nostradamus, and you know, he didn't really get his numbers, and this is when people like Men Bleak started looking at him and talking sideways, and then ultimately, you know, it would lead to him clashing with Hove, get his name back with Stillmatic. So yeah, that's dope that Nipsey was considering doing a doc on it, and I guess the part that cannot connect and tie that together is that Nipsey was he was at Epic in Columbia, and Epic is both under Sony, so he probably heard that story in the building, and decided like, damn, I need to catalog this. You know what I'm saying? Well, it must have been some crazy politics that told him he couldn't drop the album. And he always felt like that kind of messed his, you know, his professional career up in regard to Sony when they threw him for a loop and he caught an L.
Wow. Yeah, man. Shout out to Nas. Shout out to the album Magic. Make sure y'all scream that. Make sure y'all support that. Definitely got to give it the car test as well. Cause I ain't gonna lie. What was that song? I think it was the one we played. What was that song? The one Irvin Magic Johnson. I know that junk gonna go crazy in the whip. I know it go crazy in the whip. But yeah, this next junk called Slow It Down.
Every day, like a junkie need heroin. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a junkie, and that's my fix, money. You know what I'm saying? I need it every day, every day, every day.
Nas like the Nazca lines could only be seen from up high. Only the true understand me, but I see him as family. I saw this shit when I was 14, I counted on it. I was born adorned with a powerful poignant style they wanted. Never dissing for clout. Y'all know what this about, niggas trying to deflect from the fact people saw them fizzle out. The people saw them try to make hit songs, that went wrong. This about the money, right? Cause all that shit done been gone. Let's throw a nickel at the wishing well rappers. Watch it sink to the bottom, and I wish them all happiness. I'm in the cut, attention eaters need the front. See them front, the world watching them shine, that's all they want. And I always get my cut, imagine that making you mad. I'm just a real version, they don't make them like that. Never had to get the youth to relate for the bad. And since they smarter than us, they know Nas was once they age, made they pay grade, the youngster phase. Same mistakes, the times have changed. Trying not to touch the cage, but touch interior. In the front is the trunk, that's the custom carrier. Let's play a game, I hand you a king of diamonds. The hand is faster than the eye, check in your pocket. I snap my fingers, I'm up and smoke like the chronic. Disappear, reappear, right in front of your optics. Let's slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Was I moving too fast for you? Let's slow it down then. If you gotta slow it down, I won't laugh at you. Let's slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Might be moving too fast for you. Was I moving too fast for them? Slow it down. Let's slow it down. Upon closer inspection, they really are non-threatening. I bomb first and I stretch them. Instigators causing these problems, that's why I question everything and everybody that's aiming in this direction. That's why I sound like I've been spending time in the spa. Thinking about the days I first heard I became a star. Words from my A&R, I'm noticing that they noticed me. Gunning a mean mug and was slow to speak. Now a whole meeting's over cold sake and Kobe beef. Hockey jersey, a hoodie underneath. Set up the trust and point the trustee. Corporations is the modern day custies. My flow is the hard substance master to Bernie Grubman. The stove topping up in my company going public. I see the puppets, they moving like they the judges. But Nas and all the subjects is hard for you to catch up with. Let's slow it down. Was I moving too fast for you? Let's slow it down then. If you gotta slow it down, I won't laugh at you. Let's slow it down. Slow it down. Might be moving too fast for you. Was I moving too fast for them? Slow it down. Let's slow it down. I might be moving at light speed. I landed icy in Iceland and sightsee. This long leak on me pricey. I might perm up my shit like I'm icy. American pimp, I'm on timing. Only thing that I pimp is rhyming. I made that work for me back since the 90s. That's the daily affirmations to remind me. I might be moving at light speed. To do what I'm doing's unlikely. This new urgency's perfectly hurting them. Send these suckers to emergency nightly.
Okay. That's a one I can probably put on replay. I can see that as a good like background song that I just have like affirmational. You feel me? To just have kicking it around the crib, smoking, chopping it up with the friends, cooking or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely giving me playlist vibes.
Yeah, like a playlist. Like this be cool on playlist. It's like it's classic Nas. It's like some classic Nas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely fits in a playlist with some other classic joints he got. Fit right there.
Man, we almost done, y'all.
Damn.
We reached the final song. You know, Nas good for those 10-track albums to get you in, get you out. This last joint before the bonus track is called
Dyson Corral is engineered.
Before we even play this job, I wanna give a shout out to the South Spot. We are here at the South Spot Healing Center, where we are your source for alternative medicine and all things holistic, products, services, consultations, whatever it is, pull up, we got you. Our website is www.thesouthspot414.com. And our product of tonight is
Purpose Drops. They are herbal tincture. They can help with cognitive functioning. They just make you feel real good. Okay. So go to the South Spot 414 to get you some. I'm actually about to take me some because I want to slow it down and speed it up at the same time.
And also, just another plug, Tuesday, we going over the dog days. You want to talk about that a little bit, Blue? America God 777 July 25th.
July 25th, which is also, like the brother said, 777 at 7 p.m. We'll be presenting American God 7 Dog Days Decoded. All right. It's going to be covering a plethora of events that have already commenced this dog day. And, we'll probably throw some predictions in there, some measurements based on, the things that we see cosmologically that are lining up and taking place, with a heavy emphasis on, making an observation about Travis Scott's concert, which will take place on, I believe, July 28th in Kemet. And, for the sake of the conversation about magic, I do want to continue a conversation that we had years ago about Aleister Crowley, who, he's synonymous with a book with the number 777 because of a book that he wrote called 777 Liber. And he also is famous for a book called the Book of the Law, which was a synopsis of a encounter he had with an entity called Aiwass. And this encounter with this entity took place inside of the pyramids on the plateau that Travis Scott will be, performing in front of. So, we just want to make that observation and that connection, as well as give some insight to somewhat of the aspects of what Crowley represented and evidence of some of his practices that are still in the realm of music today. You know what I mean? The clear evidence of a Crowleyan influence, and really understanding that in the seven liberal arts of masonry, music is at the top. You know what I'm saying? And for a reason. So we really want to speak about the magic of tones and vibrations and frequencies, you know, because bar none, Travis Scott, his music, the sonics of the music, production wise, you know, at one point in time, to me, he was pushing the envelope in regards to, you know what I'm saying, certain things that I heard in productions I had not heard anywhere else. The sonic value of his production was superb, you know what I'm saying, at one point. So I could only imagine what he's going to be bringing to the plateau, and you know, our you know, our ability to make that observation, and as well, you know, even for you, you know what I'm saying, pointing out that that is called the men fight, you know, damn, what's the exact word that they have for it? uh yeah, it's skipping me right now, but that is, you know, that is the men fight region with the Giza Plateau. Oh, the men fight necropolis. It's called the men fight necropolis. And, when we first met and we were doing the show about Dolph and Clubhouse, and I was making some connections and correlations to Kemet, you know, that side of Memphis, and there's correlations to Memphis, you know, where you come from, you know, Funky Town, you know what I'm saying? The home of Blue, you know, and on the side of Kemet, the home of the Blue Lodge. And, you know, there's just a lot that we can speak to and touch on that to me seems like clear indications, you know, leading up as well to the Lions Gate, and you know, there's so many alignments that we should be aware, you know what I mean, as observer, as people with an observation that can make sense of what we're looking at, so we just not caught blindsided. Because Kemet, that's also where they shot the movie Stargate. And you know, this individual is not a question. I seen him open the Stargate. Like, the shit in Houston was a portal. That's not an argument. It's like we not gonna be in denial of what our own eyes saw. You know what I mean? And it was like, damn, homie was possessed. He was on a whole nother type of situation. But these are our children. This is our culture. You know what I mean? These are our people. Regardless, you know, this in hip hop is where they said that uh it is hell is hot and it's dark and all that. So we can't start fronting now like we ain't open this Pandora's box. You feel me?
And Nas got a message for you niggas too. He said pistols on your album cover. Let's see what he talking about.
Let's get it.
Eyes blurry saying goodbye at the cemetery. I murder niggas on wax and forget where they buried. This the hardest shit since Rakim and Eric B. Pistols on your album cover just like BDP. Single mothers on that EBT just trying to feed they seeds. Scammers and boosters living nice off of EDD. CCTV, all the cameras will shoot you. Soon as you let a shot off it and damage your future. It's some thugs in the hood that could have been hoopers. Some good girls who turned bad who could have been super models. Some Dominicanos in Cabo. Some with the bloodline, the Lagos, Legos. So many stones in my hand just like Thanos. Eat Italiano, grazie, prego. Vibe to my music out in Prague. FaceTime me and highs. It feel good to feel alive. Think I just had a breakthrough. I know the light is bright, but keep on watching me. I know the light is bright, but keep on watching me. I'm stolen property, kicking the flavor to society. Eyes blurry saying goodbye at the cemetery. I murder niggas on wax and forget where they buried. This the hardest shit since Rakim and Eric B. Pistols on your album cover just like BDP. Man, it's the hardest shit since DPG Corrupt and Daz. Nate Dogg on the hook, Dr. Dre on the track. This melody taking me back, but we pushing it forward. 187 on rappers, and they, yes, I'm a poet. At times I get confused, they lie in their interviews. Get goose pimples whenever I'm putting on my jewels. Bail so many brothers out, paid all their lawyer fees. After that, some turn they back. Where is the loyalty? Money's lovely, but I could care less. Who has more than me? I'm just happy Matula Shakur got free. May he rest in peace. He was a warrior all of his days. And time moves faster the more you get up there in age. And other news, I'm a G to the grave. I know they want to see me burnt out, depleted and drained. High blood pressure. Instead, I'm on a red page. My pupils are dilated. I throw on some dark shades. Eyes blurry, saying goodbye at the cemetery. I murder niggas on wax and forget where they buried. This the hardest shit since Rakim and Eric B. A pistols on your album cover, just like BDP. I'm MC Shan with a Uzi. Pistols on your album cover, just like BDP. To the hardest artists out there. Pistols on your album cover. Boogie Down Productions. I remember I put Tupac on to that Henny. Howard University, Howard Homecoming, DC. He's like, what's this? He drank that shit though. Word. Crazy. Super hard. Facts. Super facts. I know the light is right. Yeah. Pistols on my album cover, nigga. Bah. I know the light is right, but keep on watching me. Skirt. Yeah. I know the light. Peace to Matulu. I'm gonna get at these dudes though. History revisionists, they put themselves where they didn't dwell. I was there, so them almost shit themselves. Walked in the club where the pistol fell. I gripped my belt, shit was real. Back then when I used to ship a meal out the gate. Different world, digital scales to record shells. A symposium with my bros in them. That mean we kick it with official bros. My journey was great but difficult. What is life if it isn't both?
What is life if it isn't both?
I love that. I don't know if it's the purpose drops or was it that song, but I want to go paint. Like that just made me feel super creative. Like I could see the visual of like, you know how they used to have like the New York shots of people like just doing graffiti and painting and stuff. That sound like the theme song for that. I like it. Yeah,
you just gave that visual for me. Thank you for that observation, that perspective. Yeah, I like that. I like that's a cold way to end the album. That's cold. Blue, what you got to say?
That joint, it ranks up there as probably my number 2 favorite. Yeah, it had the BDP cutting it, and you know what I'm saying. I just played you a joint like that, so
right, exactly.
It seemed like it was on deck. It was cohesive. It feels well put together. Yeah, it rolled the right way. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate. Yeah, like you said, to end the album on that note, that's dope.
Yeah, that's dope. So, like, one person said in here, I can't think of her name, but she was saying that, you know, we for the most part we sit with albums and we live with them. That's like the era that she came up in, and that's the era I came up in too. Like you had to sit with it, you had to listen to it over and over again. You had to see what transpired in your life, and you know the experiences that were synonymous with certain songs to actually give a great sound judgment to the body of work. You know what I'm saying? But just right now, off the first listen, I say that it's a solid project.
Yeah,
it's solid. Is it something that I'm like, oh my God, y'all, Nas just came out, you gotta listen to this joint? Probably not so much like that, but it's like Nas just dropped, you want to bump that joint? Or I might be playing it, you feel me? But it ain't nothing the excitement is that it's Nas, you know what I'm saying? And that he's able to perform at a high level this many years after, like he said, he in his third prime. Like that's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? To have 3 legs in your career where it's like you just now really getting your just due from the respect you should have been getting when you had started, because Nas has always been like critically acclaimed, you know, but as far as like, you know, the Grammys and just, you know, how people honor Jay-Z or they would honor like a J. Cole or Kendrick or somebody like that when we talk about, you know, the greatest of all time. Because I think even in the let me look at this Billboard Top 50. What did they put Nas? Top 50 Billboard rappers. Where did they put Nas at? Let's see. They had Nas number. I think it was something crazy, y'all. Let me go down. 11 Kanye, 10 Nicki. 10 Nicki. What was it? 9 Snoop Dogg, 8 Drake, 7 Wayne.
You know what? I feel like that.
They had Nas number 3. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they had Nas number 3. Okay, they got that one right. They got that one right. They got that one right. Nas for sure in my top 5. Is Nas in your top 5?
Yeah, top 5 at this time in life. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He for sure. Because to be honest, he the only like rapper that's a mainstream rapper that's actually even in my phone as far as like iTunes and stuff like that. I don't really listen. Well, I got some Jeezy in there too, some classic Jeezy. But just I'm talking about like recent music. Nas has been the only artist of late to drop something relevant that I will play over. So I want to commend him for that, for growing and evolving with the times and being able to literally perform magic. Like this is alchemy. And just like on this song, Pistols on your album cover and the song right before this one, it stuck with the theme of magic. And man, thank you for using your music as enchantment to give us a new perspective on life and to kick knowledge in a way that was cool and hip, and how you still do it today by being within like it's like you in the world but not of it. Like it's like you can have all the material things, you can be at all of the parties, you can live it up, and you can still have your spiritual self intact. You can be signed to a label but still have all these other independent ventures. And I love Nas for that, man. And he a Virgo, so you know, Virgo is my second favorite sign. So hey.
Yeah, I'm glad to be excited about something hip hop again, because I'm not a New York sound type of girl. I know that that's where it originated, but like New York rap, I don't really listen to. I like down south rap, and that's more recent, like, you know. So to hear this and it actually sound like New York, and it also makes me feel like I guess nostalgic in a sense, where it's like rap can sound good when it's even in that type of thing, even now. Like, and then it's something I could feel good by listening to, because it's like very little rap that's mainstream that I could feel good listening to, that I could actually want to hear again and be like, what that mean? Like break it down, break down the lyrics, break down the meaning, actually hear a title of a song and be like, okay, when I listen to this song, I can see why you named it that. Because it's like, it ain't just because it's the chorus, or it just ain't just a word, but it's like a real story behind it. So I appreciated that. I appreciate this album.
And I guess we just got some breaking news. Gilly the Kid's son just passed.
Oh wow.
NYG Cheese. Rise and Power to NYG Cheese. I wasn't familiar with his music. I'm gonna check it out. Well, J. Cole said we can't listen to the rap after they pass, but I'm gonna check them out. And
was an artist.
Yeah, they said that's what Red said. He said he was an artist. He said he was in like the drill scene.
Damn. Man, Wallow talking. Man, may that young man rest in peace, man. Damn, may the healing commence. Jeez.
Yes.
Yes, may the healing commence. May the healing commence. So yeah, y'all.
So yeah,
Join us
man,
each week. We do this
I
every
feel
week,
that
y'all. This
yeah,
episode 5. What you
this
say, Blue?
this was a powerful addition into his discography that is part of his third wave or his third run. So that's another thing, we got to understand that we're putting it in a playlist that exists for 5 albums, and these pieces will get, strewn and put in their proper context to play out with the larger body of work. So it gets integrated into, a tributary that gets integrated into an ocean, and that ocean would be his wider body of or wider body of work. The first 200 feet out into the ocean, I guess, is the latest work that he did, and then the further out
Mm-hmm.
you get is the stuff that he did earlier than that. And when I'm listening to him, he's one of the very few artists that has maintained the same cadence. So his
Mm,
earlier stuff sounds like his later stuff. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
seamless. He got the same demeanor, the same cadence and everything. He's a little bit more snappier now, like more quick and wittier, the way that he runs through his rhyme patterns.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
like he be sipping wine before he get in the booth type. But
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Smooth.
He done mastered it. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? He
he
mastered
he,
it.
he,
So
he
it's like
mastered
he can
the
play with it.
Pinot flow.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, I think again, and then understanding it's a placeholder until KD4 comes out. You know what I mean? I'm also approaching it with that understanding that these albums are placeholders more so. You know what I mean? This might be the stuff that didn't make the cut. Um,
Mm.
I'm
yeah.
appreciative. It got a
I ain't
body.
gonna lie though, that last Magic joint, that was just like that was a diamond in the rough though.
Yeah, that was a
This
dime.
this this one like you said, this one sound more like a lost tapes, but it do got some standout tracks on it. And
Yeah,
then he none of the songs were like under par. You feel me? So
right.
it's like okay, he it's like when you hot, you just got to keep feeding the streets. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and and
I
that
learned
part,
that from Gucci
yeah,
Mane. Mm-hmm.
that understanding as well. Just like, damn, he's feeding us, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Nobody else is
It,
stopping to do what they do to make sure that the fan base got something to nibble on through the summer months. So I'm like, damn, he made a contribution. He's doing the hip hop 50, and he still found time to make a contribution to the culture. You know what I mean? That we could
right.
sit with. So yeah, man, I do appreciate the work ethic. Hit Boy out there making albums with his father. So I thought the big hit is gonna be hoarding the beats. And I obviously, you know what I'm saying, I'm seeing it. Nas got his cachet before Hit Boy father came home and started jumping on everything. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's it's a dope
Yeah,
addition.
man.
We
Shout
gonna
out to
play the
Nas.
song?
He's on the
Yeah.
unprecedented run. Uh, all, all 5 of these albums have been good, and they definitely changed the trajectory of how we once was viewing Nas. Cause like at first people was like Nas shouldn't even continue to drop albums. It's like it was messing up his legacy. You feel
Right.
me? But he was able to truly reinvent himself after that Nas and Kanye collab that really didn't go as
Right.
planned. It was a great concept. It could have turned out amazing, but you don't
It
hit everyone out of the park. And he
it
he,
was
he
right. It
used
was
it to
rushed.
pivot. Mm-hmm.
It was a rush project, and he got caught up in the crunch of the politics. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that he got a chance to redeem, because that would have been a major blemish. You don't supposed to
Right.
miss. You know what I'm saying? With a yay joint.
Dang. Man, they really said with that. That could have been crazy. Cause that's
Hmm.
what everybody was just talking about. Nas and his production. Nas and his production. He went and found Hit Boy. He said, now what, nigga?
Right.
And it works. Like
And
you
it
said, it's a
works.
Like that.
formula.
Yeah. So you gonna play
So
bonus?
Yeah, let's play the bonus on the way out, y'all. We're gonna play the bonus. It's the joint with 21 Savage. It's called One Mic, One Gun. Let's do it. All right, we gotta go past this commercial right quick.
Ain't no back and forth, ain't no left or right. I got King's disease, but I move like a knight. Rappers bandwagon trying to get some light. I do it for the fam, never for the hype. When you turn to legend, no such thing as relevance. They must have forgot that I'm a new rapper that got integrity. All in the media and blogs, that's just a place I don't care to be. Most of these niggas wouldn't say shit if they was ahead of me.
No back and forth, I did it back then, I do it right now. I open a lane for my era, I'm goated, they gave me the crown. Go with all the success from negative press, I'm watching it pow. They saying that black music dying, I'm saying they right on the south. But look at me now, damn y'all, look at me now. Whatever I do isn't why, I'm keeping it Queens cause that's my side. I shook up the town, I shook up the city, I shook up the state. I went 21 on my second run, that shit come with age. It's a conversation, it's determination, your interpretation. I just shot the nation, did my tour with the Woo, I came back and I set the pace. They just ran in, what about Crip and took what I replaced it. Two Caucasians, so part of their faces. Most of y'all assume that they was black as exploitation. They know that I see everything invested in ring. It's cool to be mainstream, I'd rather be timeless, that's if we keep it in peak. 21.
I'm on that same trajectory. Bullet wounds in jail cells couldn't stop me, this my destiny. Never controversial, I'm mad the fans expected less from me. Niggas sneeze around me, wipe his nose, don't get no bless from me. Fuck the jury, I'd rather buy land and invest successfully. I got all type of stocks and bonds, and they wildly on my wall, and I'ma pass it to my son. It's savage like the capo, that mean Escobar the Don. One mic, one gun. My net worth like 8 figures. I'm working on getting me 9. You know that I'm one of them niggas. I ain't doing no cap in the line. You rappers be chasing the hype. I do it and I don't be trying. I ain't going against no legend, nigga. I'm trying to be next in line. They acting like I just popped. I was platinum before I signed. I went platinum without no features. I put platinum on your mind. This block I got 2-tone, and this bitch don't bust no rhyme. They wanna see me flip so they could deport me like I'm Shine.
No back and forth, I did it back then, I do it right now. They telling me that I'm the GOAT, I've been here for a while. Go, love me today, hate me tomorrow, no switching my style. 21 yak, y'all get together, be big for the South. Glow, but look at me now, damn y'all, look at me now. Whatever I do is New York, you hear that shit all in my vowels. I shook up the town, I shook up the city, I shook up the state. I'm one of them ones on my second run, I'm on a new wave. 2 kings, we sending love to the whole culture. 21 Esco, Mass Appeal, Slaughter Gang. This shit too easy. Yeah.
What you gotta say?
I like that. I honestly, it just made me excited because it's the hybrid that Blue was talking about, like how he can even bring 21 on, even though 21 just like was really slow right there. I'm not gonna lie, I did not like his part at all. The little apology at the beginning was like really, but I love how Nas did it. Like I love it. That just really excited me because of the hybrid essence of it, of how he's true to himself, but still super relevant. But still super relevant in this time. Like that gives hope to. I'm hoping this is inspiring every artist to like really showcase something new at this time, because he been doing this and he done perfected it, so he had to come and splash a little of that on everywhere. I love it.
Yeah, it when they first released this song, I was excited because I didn't know exactly what Nas was going to do as a response. Right, everybody was like on the edge of their seat, like, is he gonna do another Ether? Is he gonna come out and he, like, is he gonna do a mixtape where he makes himself back relevant, where he goes and do a DJ drummer tape or something like that? And for him to actually take that as an opportunity to bridge the gap, you know, to actually come together and create a song. That just shows the growth and the evolution and where we would love to see our OGs and elder statesmen in this game take things in their hand and not look at it as just a shot or opportunity to capitalize off something by aiming at its detriment, by going at somebody, by talking down on them. You know, let's make some music, let's make some money together. You feel me?
The artfulness of it really inspires me.
Yeah, and then he put it on his album. So, you know, shout out to Nas. Like, that's like what 21 Savage on a Nas album. He can say he actually was on a Nas album. You feel me? That's fire. So, hey man, this is Uplifting Here. We do this every Friday. Shout out to Blue Pill for coming on this episode right here. Wow, man, it's legendary. I definitely gotta see that Nas interview that you did back in the day. We gotta sell that junk. We gotta put that junk on DVD.
We need all of the highlights, okay?
Yeah, for real.
Because he be coming with all of the stories. This is a living historian, and the things you've seen, your perspective is so very valuable, and I'm very grateful for you to, you know, have the opportunity to share with us.
Yes. This was fun, man. We got to do it again.
Yes, indeed, we will. Give thanks. All right.
Love, man. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.